Hi, I'm Turk Strongman. In this video, I introduce an forthcoming series of videos in which I narrate yet another of William Walker Atkinson's what I consider to be secondary works, but only with respect to my point of view and the main thrust of my channel here. I think it's pretty good material, actually, but let me tell you right now, before I even name the book, I don't hold tightly to the validity, the accuracy, or the verity of all the content of this book. That's one reason. Another reason why I have not narrated this book yet. At one point, or for a long period, I had intended to never do so. It not being necessary for the main thrust of my channel. And also because there are some points in which I don't necessarily agree with the material in it. However, in general, it's great material. And I think that my viewers here and my subscribers on this channel belong to a group of people who can benefit from this material and may appreciate it. I will not point out where or at what points or that I don't necessarily agree with. I won't do that. I'm going to narrate the book. Well, one of the purposes of this introduction is for me to insert my disclaimer that these are not everything, not all the material in this book represent my point of view about affairs. The book, written by William Walker Atkinson, using his pen name Yogi Ramacharaka, is called, see, I have a copy of the hardbound, Lessons in, you tell me how to say that, blank yoga. It's spelled GNANI, but there are other ways to spell it. I know of at least 3 others. And depending on how it's spelled, is how you pronounce it, I think. I don't speak any Indian languages, so I'm not sure. I would say GNANI yoga, GNANI yoga. GNANI, more certainly when the word starts with a J, J-N-A-N-A. Then there's J-N-A-N-I. There's G-N-A-N-I, like this. There's also G-N-A-N-A. Johnny, Nani, Nana, however you want to pronounce it. Whereas Karma Yoga is the yogic path of action. Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. Raja Yoga, which properly or officially includes Hatha Yoga, is the yoga of mental discipline, the path of mental discipline. Jnani Yoga is the path by way of the intellect and the reasoning. Or you may say, the path of wisdom. It's one of the more difficult paths for attainment to the highest level, because the intellect has its limits. However, there is a way through that. It's just a little more difficult. But the wisdom that is assimilated and put to use along the way is intense and powerful. And if you ever want to come across somebody who knows of the material, knows of the stuff, has a wisdom that has anything to do with the path of attainment, spiritual attainment if you want to call it that, a Jnani Yogi master is the person that got it. This is William Walker Atkinson, Yogi Ramacharaka's book called Lessons in Jnani Yoga. In the next video, I'll be doing chapter 1. Or lesson 1, as it's called here. There are 12 in all. Let me name them for you. Lesson 1, the One. Lesson 2, omnipresent life. 3, the creative will. 4, the unity of life. 5, the one and the many. 6, within the mind of the one. 7, cosmic evolution. 8, the ascent of man. There is one point over which I have some misgivings with respect to the content here. I'm not going to say I have total disagreement. I don't know all things. Okay? I just want to point that out here because when I get to the book narration, I'm not going to say a word about that. I'm going to narrate the book. Okay? The ascent of man. 9, metempsychosis. What do we mean by that? Well, it's more commonly called reincarnation. Number 10, spiritual evolution. 11, the law of karma. And 12, the final chapter, occult and miscellany. When was the book published? Well, the copyright says 1934. By the Yogi Publication Society. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I'll see you in the next video in this series, which will be my narration of chapter 1, which is, what again? The One. Yogi Ramacharaka's Lessons in Jnani Yoga. I'm Kirk Strongman. Be well. See you in the next video. Forthcoming.